welcome to the next video in algebraic techniques. We're going to take a look in this video at further substitution. By the end of this video, you should be able to substitute using powers and square roots and fill in tables using substitution. So let's take a look at a couple of examples. Here we've got two letters, B and S, where B is 4 and S is 5. And we want to find the value, first of all, of B squared and then of S squared, take away B. So in A, wherever I see a B, I'm going to substitute in the number 4. So what I do is I write my brackets, I put the 4 inside it, and I put that little 2 outside the bracket. That means 4 to the power of 2. 4 to the power of 2 means take the number 4 and multiply it by itself. So 4 times 4. 4 times 4 will give us 16, and that's what B squared is. For the second example, we've got S squared take away B. Now S is 5. So in brackets, I'm going to write 5 and put a little 2 outside, making it 5 squared. And when I take away B, I note that B is 4. So I'm going to take away 4. Remember, 5 squared means 5 times 5. So 5 times 5 is 25, and then I'm going to take away 4. You'll just notice that I've taken away the brackets, and that I've evaluated what 5 squared is. Finally, 25 take away 4, that's 21. And so that's what S squared take away B is. In our third example, we're taking a look at what happens when we have a square root. With a square root of 5bs, b is still 4 and s is 5. So when I do my substitution, I write the square root symbol, followed by the 5, and then inside the brackets I have 4 and 5 next to each other. That means that I'm going to multiply the 5, the 4, and the other 5 together first, and that gives me 100, and then I need to square root my answer. Now square root means to take a number, what number multiplied by itself will give me 100. And you might think about that for a minute. The answer is going to be 10. So the square root of 5bs is going to be 10. Now we're going to take a look at some substitution with some tables. Here we have a table, and the question is asking us to fill in the empty boxes in the table below. In the top row, we have the values for p. P is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. In the second row, it's what you need to do to p to get the numbers in the bottom row. So in this case, we're going to be doing 2p take away 1, or 2 lots of whatever the p value is, and then we're going to take away 1. Let's take a look at this first row, this first column. We've got 2p take away 1, and p is 1. This means that we're going to do 2 lots of 1, take away 1. Well, 2 lots of 1 is 2. So 2 take away 1 gives us 1. And I put my answer in my box. For the next row, the next column, all I'm doing now is doing the exact same thing, but instead of doing p equals 1, I'm doing p equals 2. So 2 lots of 2 take away 1. That is going to be the same as 4 take away 1, which is 3. And I put my answer in the box. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to try and pause the video now, and I'd like you to try and do the next column by yourself by substituting p equals 3 into our expression. Okay. So when I write my next line, 2 bracket 3 take away 1. That's because I'm substituting in p equals 3. 2 times 3 is 6. That lets me get rid of the bracket. And 6 take away 1 gives me 5, and I put it inside my box. Quickly for the last two columns, I'm going to substitute 4 in for p. So 2 lots of 4 take away 1. That's the same as 8 take away 1, which gives us 7. And finally, 2 lots of 5 take away 1 is going to be 10 take away 1, which gives us 9. You might notice in our bottom row that we have a little bit of a pattern here. It starts off at 1, goes up to 3, then to 5, then to 7, then to 9. We might be able to work out what the next number is in the pattern if we know what the first few numbers are. But if I asked you what would happen when p is 15 or even 100, you would need to know how to use the substitution. So what should you write for this lesson? Well, the heading of substitution is really important if you don't have it already. And then we're going to write down our 3 examples for the harder substitution. So the 2 that are on the screen right now, plus the 1 for the square root. You should also write down the example that we had for when we filled in the box. I have the final working out for the last column there on the screen. That might be a good idea to copy that out and even copy them out for each of the numbers for p. And that's it. That's the last video in substituting. It's important that you know how to substitute because a large part of algebra is knowing how to put numbers in for our unknown values. Good luck.